Chris, what's up, bud? What's up, guys? Chris from Chef Sports Cards here. Welcome to another fun Saturday night of breaks. We are doing 2021 Bowman Draft Light Quarter Case Break number 9. For anybody who is new to our channel, a little bit about us. We've been around for almost 4 years now. We break mostly baseball, with a little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. And we ship as quickly as we can. Usually from the weekend, they get out Monday or Tuesday at the latest. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button there on YouTube. We do free breaks, and when we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube to do the random. So if you want a chance to get into any of our future free breaks, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Your name is in the random, and who knows, maybe you get in the next one, maybe you get in the one after that. Our free breaks are pretty big, usually a couple $1,000s worth of boxes, so it's worth a shot. Just hit that subscribe button. John, what's up, buddy? All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Brandon H. Braves, Barat R. Orioles, Ryan B. Red Sox, Brandon H. Cubs, Michael S. White Sox, Patrick C. Reds, Chad S. Indians, Michael S. Rockies, Bradley T. Tigers, Ryan B. Royals, Christopher H. Astros, Michael S. Angels, Ryan J. Dodgers, Michael S. Brewers, Randy S. Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Ryan B. Mets, Robert H. Yankees, Keith H. A's, Robert H. Phillies, Bradley T. Pirates, Brandon H. Cardinals, Chad S. Padres, Justin T. Giants, Michael S. Mariners and Rays, Christopher P. Rangers, Bradley T. Blue Jays, Michael S. And finally, Nationals, Bradley T. I get a couple of those Alonzos. Actually, I think I have like 4 or 5 of them. Wayne, what's up, buddy? Christopher, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us. All righty, let's open some cards. Gotta get, gloved up here. Like I'm giving proctology exams. I should put it in a dark closet somewhere. Oh, Wayne, I sent you a little something in your Thursday package, so hopefully you'll like it. So if you're in break Thursday, they are on their way. Alrighty, Bowman Light, let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Kerstad Strand. And Max Meyer, Aqua Lava to 13 of 199. 13 of 199. Dude, I send them out to you in drips and drabs. I told you, I have a stack here. It's absolutely no lie. I have a stack of Twins cards, Brewers cards. I have a few Phillies cards. Bachman first refractor. I actually have a few Cubs cards. You know, I try to remember the teams that everyone likes. Chad Patrick, Colton Cowser, Petty. Which one was that, Chris? And, hey, first black. black and white. Nice one there. Benny Montgomery for the Rockies. Rockies is Bradley. Nice one, bud. All right, I got like a huge stack of... I've been having a lot of interesting days lately. I told you guys the other day I had to take my dog to the emergency room because my one dog has pneumonia. You may hear him throughout the night coughing like a old man at some point. He's not even in the room. That's how bad it is. Jordy Barley refractor. Then my son is away on a ski trip in the Poconos. Not far from where we live, maybe about an hour and a half north of where we live. But he's there with some friends and another family. The family rented a house, which is all well and nice. And my phone rings around noon today, and he tells me that his car is broken down in the middle of the mountains. So I spent half the day trying to get a tow truck to the middle of nowhere. Milcar Perez Aqua for Seattle. And I am first of all, so I have Progressive car insurance, right? I've had Progressive for like 20 years. And, you know, I'm the gold member, excellent president of the company, whatever, you know. Peguero Refractor, you know, they tell you, oh, you've been with us so long, they'll, you know, name their children after me or whatever, you know. So I call for roadside assistance, which I've used roadside assistance with them many a times, but usually in a well-populated area, you know. It was literally like -9 degrees in the Poconos today. So these boys, it's my son and two of his friends, were driving to the mountain when they broke down. Alexander Vargas to 99, paper for the Yanks. And that is Keith. So what I find out, now I'm absolutely dreading what it is. So my son drives a 2013 BMW 328i. It was my wife's car. I got her a new car. I gave him her car. So, and you know, he's 17 years old, so it's a pretty nice car. It's only got like 60,000 miles on it, right? So he tells me that, and I don't know if I believe him or not, Jordan McCant's a black and white Rayway for the Marlins. He tells me that he was driving up, and they had his snowboard they had some snowboards like in between the seats. And one of the snowboards moved and knocked that is for Ryan, knocked it into the gear shift and knocked it into neutral. Cooper Kinney refractor, nice one there. So, and it knocked it into neutral and it like redlined. You know how like if you're driving, there's a Henry Davis paper, how you're driving, if you get knocked into neutral, all of a sudden your RPMs goes up to 8,000 or whatever. Now he said it was only there for a few seconds and he popped it back into, you know, drive, and then the car shut down, like completely shut down. So Lord knows what that boy did to that car. So anyway, I called Progressive to get a tow truck out there. This was at like 12 noon today. They didn't show up till 8:30 tonight, but oh, we have redemption. Oh, another auto. Yeah, baby. All right, Pena. Let's try and see how we can do this here. See? It's my talking that brought it on. Are we the right way? No, we're upside down. All right, here. You know what? Let's do this. All right, let's try and... Chrome draft pick, black and white, Raywave refractor parallel of... Nice one. Pittsburgh, Lonnie White Jr. Very nice hit. And, oh, and a Brady House. Very nice. Coming in drabs now. Brady House is for Bradley. Nice one there, buddy. And Pittsburgh, my man Brandon. These autos are hard to come by. 1 in 20 boxes. 1 in every 200 packs. So luckily, though, the family he is there with, the boy's mother had AAA, and she got AAA up there, and I I called Progressive and canceled the roadside assistance. They could have called 8:30 tonight, and the truck driver's like, "Oh, I'm almost there." I was like, "Dude, I canceled this like 6 hours ago." Imagine if they were stuck out there for all that time. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering too. I don't know. Maybe if somebody's a mechanic out there, maybe you have a better idea. I am not. I can do some minor stuff in cars. I'm not a total idiot, but not, if there's not like a big toggle on off switch somewhere, you know. So, of course, I had to have it towed to the BMW dealership. So, looking at it alone will cost hundreds of dollars, and I'm sure they'll charge me an arm and a leg. This kid's killing me. McGreevy Invicta. Where am I? Lawler Giraffe Night. So, anyway, they made it for an interesting day. I'm having a very expensive week. Between the dog the other day, which ran about $2,000 to take him to an emergency room. My oh my! Now I do have insurance, so hopefully they'll give me a good chunk of that back. But now I'm afraid to find out what my son did to that car. I hope it's something like the computer being reset. That sounds pretty easy. What's great about, or horrible, I mean, I'm saying this facetiously, of course. They love to give you all the recommendations too, you know. Ryan Spikes, black and white for Tampa Bay, and JT Schwartz refractor. Like a few years back, when my wife had this car, and when I tell you, my wife like never drove this car. She doesn't drive hardly at all. She has a 2020 X3, and it sits in my driveway all the time. But um, I remember one time I took it in, and they were like, "Oh, you need to have this filter, that filter, this filter." Tampa is Christopher replaced, and I was at work, and I was kind of like, yeah, 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 and the guy like, okay, 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 and he's like, it's gonna be $2,800, and I was like, okay, yeah, and then I got off the phone with him, and I went back to cooking or whatever I was doing, and I was like, it started computing with me what he just said. And I called him back. I was like, "Wait, did you say $2,800 for some filters?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." Jackson Merrill refractors. So these were like the air filters for the air that comes into the car, like from outside. Crazy, not the engine air filter. Like I was like, "No, dude, that's okay." Excuse me. Hopefully, it's we'll see. Now, of course, I'll have my son home bothering me for a car when he doesn't have his for a few days. He'll be walking. Jordan Adams, black and white for the Angels. And Banasia for Boston Refractor. He will definitely be walking for a few days. I'd never heard some. I mean, look, I've done that before, where I've knocked the car into neutral, but I've never heard of a car shutting down because of it. So I don't know. Maybe he's not telling me the truth. I don't usually. He doesn't usually tend to not tell me the truth, but who knows? Alcantara. Holgate first. Man, Buffalo is smoking New England. I feel bad, man. My man Mac Jones thought he was going to show up. Henry Davis Genesis. And Soderstrom refractor for the A's. Mayor paper. It is football, though. You know, they could make the big second half comeback. It happens all the time. I don't know. This one might be a little extreme. They're up by 30, but you never know. Oh, you should be. Oh, believe me, that's what I gave my son. We had a deal from the time my son was in like seventh grade that it was going to kind of work out that my wife's going to need a new car about then anyway. So I told him if he got all A's from then until he got his license, I would give him the car. And he did. So he held up his end. And there's another Brady House paper this time. 90 of 199 for Bradley. So, yes, believe me, he has a pretty nice car for a kid his age. But for one, I paid it off already, and I'd rather have him have a safer car. But we had a deal, and he held up his end. So, believe me, if he screws up, I'll sell that thing in a minute and pocket the cash. Cusick and Benny Montgomery. And Jose Torres, a refractor. There's another Mayor paper. Yeah, they were talking about it like big snow here this weekend, but now it looks like it's going to be all rain. Or maybe an inch or two, but then it's going to change over to rain. So they keep calling for these big storms that haven't been coming this year. We had, last week like 2 inches of snow. It's the first snowstorm we had in like 3 years. Hunter Goodman to $4.99 for the Rockies. For Bradley. Man, Bradley's got the right teams tonight. Clark, Dominguez, and black and white Ray Wave at Ty Madden for Detroit. Kudner. I don't know how to say that guy's name. It probably said completely opposite of how I keep trying to say it. For Kansas City. Detroit is Ryan B. So we got Topps Chrome Black coming up at 11, and I have a suspecting feeling that there's going to be 3 teams available. I don't think this guy's going to pay for spots, so I'll talk about it in the chat beforehand. But if anyone's interested, we might have some spots available. Jackson Wolf, 240 of 250 for San Diego. I just have a bad feeling about this. Justin. There you go. And behind that, we have a Schwallenbach Aqua First and Goswin Refractor. Lawler paper. No. Which game? I think I told you my feelings on going to games in general. If it's not in the it's not a summer baseball game or weather above like 60 degrees, I'm not going. I don't care who. Like these poor guys I'm watching these guys in Buffalo. My gosh, these people look just miserable. It's so cold. There's no amount of anything that would get me to go to that game in that weather at this age. All right, Painter. Jay Allen Invicta. And Chase Petty Refractor. All right, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if the guy pays. I just have a bad feeling that it looks like the usual person screwing around. But I'll talk about it in the chat before we do that break if anyone's interested. Mayor first. Chrome. Tampa for the A's. Pedro Pineda Ray Wave. And a Marte refractor. Mike A, what's going on, bud? How you doing? Did you get your pictures done the other night? You were working on some stuff, right? Hey. Yes, sir. Orioles. Freddie Valdez, a refractor. Yeah, hold them. Make them kick the field goal. I have their kicker in a. I'm in this interesting pool. It's possible a few more of you might be in it on CSB's site, where you pick one player from each team in the playoffs, and it's like cumulative score over the entire playoffs. Pretty interesting. J.C. Correa, black and white for Houston. For Michael. Yeah, are they winning that game? It was pretty close when I came up. I didn't get to see much of it, but it was pretty close before. And Nick York refractor. Oh yeah, Chris, did you get a test? Is that I know you said you weren't feeling well. You thought maybe it was COVID. Did you end up getting a test? Was it positive? Is that are you on quarantine? Jeter down refractor. Ah, wide open. Touchdown. Oh yeah. Kendrick Bourne. Oh, nope. You were negative, or you didn't get tested, or are you feeling better? For the Orioles, there's a Kershtat Ray Wave. Nice one there. Schwallenbach refractor. Henry Davis paper. Well, either way, I'm glad for you, bud. Oh, you couldn't get tested. I got you. Are you feeling better at least? That was my question when my dog was so sick. I was like, maybe he's got COVID. Possible. Poor dog. I feel so bad for him, man. He's like coughing his lungs out. All right. Smith, Alvarez, Luciano, and Edwin Arroyo for Seattle. Nice one there. And Jackson Wolf refractor. Still have a headache? Yeah. That's one of those things they say hangs around a lot with COVID. I've been lucky. I haven't gotten it. Honestly, if I got it, it'd probably kill me anyway. Seattle is Christopher. There you go. Nice Arroyo. All right, 2 boxes to go. Whoop. Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, tests have been hard to come by too. So many people testing positive. It's crazy. All right, box 3. Good luck, everyone. Pena, D-backs, Diego Cartaya, Ray Wave for LA, and Edbert Perez, refractor. Because of the headaches, or you just can't sleep in general? I'll tell you what, I know a couple people had it and really were like have been like long-term messed up. You know, like stomach problems, headache problems, like months after they had it. Stuff's vicious, man. It's so weird how it can affect people so differently. Whereas who knows how many people are walking around with it and don't even know, and and then so many other people are dying at the same time. Sixers won with 3 starters, and whoever else was cleared to play. They had 2 legs. Why? What's going on with the Sixers? More set. Are they have a bunch of guys out now too? My wife's the Sixers fan. I kind of, not that I'm not a fan. I just don't watch them that often. Every time they're on, it seems like I'm always busy doing something. And honestly, I was so sick of hearing all that Ben Simmons crap and everything else. Oh, refractor. I don't know why it's top loaded on. Yeah, I got you. That sucks, dude. Chris, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, ho. Wow, man. Pittsburgh killing it tonight. Got Lonnie White auto. Henry Davis, Ray Wave. We got Brady House, Henry Davis, Benny Montgomery. We need a Calver. We need a Marcelo. For Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's been killing it lately. Here you go, buddy. Nice Henry Davis. Oh yeah, I saw Tyrese Maxey was, I don't know, I guess it was from the post game conference or interview from last night or something. Yellow coming up, and Canary to 75. Amador for the Rockies. Cruz for Boston. Ray Wave. And Ryan Webb, refractor. Another Henry Davis paper. Oh, Lawler, too. We know Lawler. Boston is Brandon. That's my dog, if you can hear that. Poor thing. He just looks miserable. The mother dog's completely fine. So weird. Rockies is Bradley. That's my other dog, pain in the ass. Second, what is she on about? I must have got bullied in school. Why is my dog freaking out? What is going on? My wife's down there. There she is. Now she's yelling at her. Blade to 99. 84 of 99 for Ryan. That guy's a junior too, man. His whole family must have taken a beating over that name. All right, Rodriguez and Nelson. Here's a Marcelo Invicta. It's a cool card. Cusick Draft Night and Matos Refractor. Bowman and Martinez for Toronto. Ray Wave. Sabato Refractor. One of the buddies when I was in school got convicted. Yeah, oh really? Oh, that's crazy, man. I had, it's funny you bring that up. I had a very good friend of mine who was murdered by another friend of mine from high school years ago. Over a pound of weed. It's crazy. Like, literally over like a pound of like Mexican ditch weed, like $500 worth of weed. This is 25 years ago. I was in college when it happened, but like, it's nuts. What happened, Mike? Was it? That's crazy, man. Austin Love Refractor. Yeah, it was weird too because just recently when that happened, there was 4 people involved. There was 2 guys and their girlfriends were there when they killed this other friend of mine. And I don't know, but apparently the girls had no idea what was going on. They just happened to be there, and these 2 guys set it up, and the girls both got like 15 years in prison. And the one guy, Ziegler for the Mets, black and white. The one guy got life, and the other guy got like 20 years or something like that. I forget exactly. I forget that, like, the one was like a murder one charge, and the other one was like a conspiracy to commit or whatever. And about a year and a half ago, the one guy got out of jail. So it was weird. Like, there was articles about it in the paper and this and that. It's a terrible story. Schwallenbach Refractor, but it's surreal when stuff like that happens. Him and 2 other guys got left. Turf war over what, drugs? It's insane. Can you imagine staring down a life sentence in prison, dude? I ain't that tough, man. I don't think I am. I certainly don't think I'm tough enough to stare that down. Who knows? I guess you do what you got to do, but man. Genesis Kauser insert and Max Meyer Refractor. Yeah, that is not something I would be, I don't know, able to handle, I don't think. It's insane. How old's the guy, Mike? Kerstadt and Miguel Geraldo Rayway for Toronto. For Michael. Yeah, this the friend of mine that got killed, he was like, if you'd ever met this guy, his name was basically back in 14, one of their buddies got killed over pot. So they started a gang, decided they wanted to control all the money in Pottstown. They found out a 41-year-old from Philly was coming to town selling. My friend who got killed, he was just like a hippie. You should, oh God, it's so crazy. And that's what always kills me about this thing. Honestly, this guy could have probably asked him for the weed. And I know Matt, he would have like given it to him, you know. Um, and what he used to do for money was he used to drive cars cross country for people. And what he would do is when he'd be out on the West Coast, he'd pick up a bunch of weed and he'd drive it back with him. To be honest, mostly to smoke himself. You know, he was a total stoner. And this guy who we went to school with, who we were friends with, we were both friends, you know. He knew about it, and he was coming through town. And it's always crazy to me. I was at college. I probably would have been there when it happened. You know, not, you know, with Matt. Of course, I probably would end up dead or something. But, like, it always just freaks me out. Like, I swear he probably would have given it to him if he asked him. But it was a bad deal, man. 25, the other dude's 28, 27. The other kid's age, he was like 18 or younger when it happened. Wow. Over pot, man, like over weed. That's crazy. Especially with the way things are these days. Come on, man. Oh, Colton Cowser. Very nice one for the Orioles. 99 of 199 on the Colton Cowser. That's insane. Baltimore's Ryan. Like, you know, over something that's basically legal at this point. You know, I mean, yeah, there's still some areas of the country they got to figure things out, but come on, it's nuts. I guess so. I agree with you, Alex, but a lot of times things happen because they put themselves in in a bad position too, you know. But whatever, that's just the thing. I mean, not just one guy lost his life. Now you got these other three guys sitting in prison for the rest of their life. It's over weed. Come on. Amador Zavala. And for Boston, Freddie Valdez, Ray Wave. And Riley Green, Refractor. For Brandon. Insanity. When I was in college, speaking of weed, oh, it's so funny. When I was in college in Rhode Island, this was like 89, I guess. Julio Rodriguez Refractor. Henry Davis paper. We were out of weed. And I knew this guy who all the time used to tell me, "Oh, anytime you need something, I can get it for you. I can get it for you. I can get it for you." It's like, okay, okay, okay. But I never really hooked up with him. And then finally one weekend, like we were dry, and I kept calling the guy, and I couldn't get a hold of him, and I was, you know, like cursing his name all weekend. Where is this guy? This and that. Monday, I come to find out he got busted on Friday with a pound of weed in his car, and I followed the thing. This is back like, you know, when the Rockefeller laws were kicking, the dude got 20 years in prison for that pound. He was like 19 years old. I just think about that now, where now it's like basically illegal, you know. McAble Refractor. I mean, I know different states. Texas is still pretty tough, and there are a few others that are, but it's insane. Apparently, the kid I went to school told a cellmate I didn't get him. I just planned it. He got rid of the weapon. They didn't even got the gun. Huh. Yeah, well, that's all you need these days. It's like I said, those two girls were at that, when my friend was killed, They swore up and down they knew nothing of what was going on. They were literally just out with their boyfriends, and the boyfriends did, and they got 15 years. So I don't care if you're there, you're there. Denzel Clark, Ray Wave. I mean, I assume they probably had a pretty crappy lawyer, but Alex Ramirez, Refractor. But if you're there, you're a part of it, no matter you know, how involved you are or not. The A's, Oakland is Robert. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I could be staring down that kind of sentence personally. Oh, man, that's nuts. And another A's. Robert Powson this time. And Zavala, Refractor. Lawler paper. This is a guy you went to high school with? Was he like nuts in high school, or? Because there's a couple guys I went to school with who were in prison and have been for years, and I wasn't shocked. Like when somebody said, "Oh no, he's in jail," I was like, that sounds about right. Benny Montgomery. So there's mostly going to be an appeal because now that life hits, defense lawyer said there's still 4 guys out there. One of the guys is probably going to tip some. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm surprised somebody hasn't already, man. That's how you get out. Tell them who did it. Carson Williams, Invicta. Geraldo, Aqua, and Eguy Rosario, Refractor. And man, if you're ever in trouble like that, your best bet is to flip first. You'd be amazed what people walk on when they tell on other people. You hear guys like, "Oh, I'm not a rat." I am. I'll rat you out in a minute if it gets me out of this. And Poi Yun Chen to 250 for Pittsburgh. There's a Lawler Chrome. And Jose Torres, a Ray Wave. Donna for Refractor. When I saw the mugshot, I was like, I knew it. And I got mad at a kid in volleyball who gets mad in volleyball. I was reading this article last week. I think it was online. I was like on the news online. And there was this woman who killed her boyfriend. I think he wasn't a husband, he was a boyfriend, longtime boyfriend. Killed him with a sword, ran him through with a sword, and then lit him on fire. And sat there and watched him burn to death and waited for the cops to come. Brandon. And they showed her mugshot. She was smiling ear to ear. She was so happy. I was like, wow, that's creepy. She's like, I got him. She looks so happy. Kinney and Mitchell. Oh, there's a Jason Dominguez Ray Wave for the Yanks. Nice one there. And Manzardo Refractor. One of my business partners went to prison like 15 years ago. He was a bookie. And when they made gambling legal, basically, in Pennsylvania and Philly and stuff, and they opened all the last pack of the break. And they opened all the casinos. They put together a quote-unquote task force where the casinos basically gave the state like $100 million to go bust all the bookies. And my business partner, he was staring down like 40 years. He cut a deal. He ended up doing like 2.5 in minimum security. I was like, I can't blame you, dude. I wasn't involved. It was from the time before I even met him. But Marte Aqua. But honestly, when you're staring down a 40-year sentence and instead you can do 2.5, you know, you start running your mouth a little bit or saying something. Can't imagine like getting 40 years for gambling, of all things. Cusick and Cal Conley refractor. All righty. When you live with the mess, doesn't have to die. This is the end result. Oh, yeah, sure. Of course. All right, guys, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. I am going to put a real quick hit. I'm going to put a quick hit recap together, so you can bear with me for a minute. We are coming back, like I said, with Topps Chrome Black, and we have a little Bowman mixer, draft mixer later tonight. Tomorrow night we have Bowman Draft Super Jumbo and Mosaic Baseball. So if you'd like to join us. Next week, Thursday, we're going to have Inception and Bowman's Best with some draft also. So if you'd like to join us, please, we'd love to have you. Otherwise, please stay safe and stay healthy out there. Bear with me for 1 minute. All right. I do like these light boxes, man. You get a lot of stuff out of these. Oh, and like I said, I mean, I have to double check, but there may be a few spots available in the black break next. I'll check after we go off here. So if you're interested, I'll talk about it in the chat before the break. All right, we're doing hit recap for 2021 Bowman Draft Light Quarter Case Break number 9. Some papers and stuff that I pulled out of these two guys. Davis. Mayer. Let's go through the numbered stuff first. Not numbered Aquas, Perez, Schwallenbach, Geraldo, and Marte. To 250, Jackson Wolf. 75, Amador. To 199, Colton Cowser. Nice one there. Papers of Vargas to 99, Brady House to 199, Goodman to 499, J.J. Bleday to 99, and Poyen Chen to 250. Black and white Ray Waves. Here we go. McCants, Adam, Spikes, Madden, Kerstadt, Correa, Pineda, Cruz. Very nice Henry Davis. Cartaya, Arroyo, Geraldo, Ziegler, Martinez, Powson, Clark, Valdez, Torres, Dominguez, House, and Montgomery. A couple of really nice ones there. And we had another auto tonight. Draft pick autograph, black, white, Rayway refractor parallel of Lonnie White Jr. for the Pirates. Very nice hit for the Pirates. It doesn't want to focus now. Come on, there we go. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so with Topps Chrome Black. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.